Archaeologists stunned by evidence of Vikings in America that cracks age-old mystery. A few days ago, I did post a video on an Irish monk and his entourage that traveled island hopping from Iceland, Greenland, Newfoundland into North America, and this was around the 6th century AD. Now, a study suggests intrepid Vikings made their way to the Americas some 500 years before Christopher Columbus landed in the New World's shores. And we know that Christopher Columbus used St. Brendan's, the Irish monk St. Brendan, who traveled to North America in 600 AD. It's said that Christopher Columbus used his maps to get to the new land. Now, concerning the Vikings reaching the North American coast, analyzing wood from 5 Norse sites in western Greenland that were occupied between 1000 and 1400, archaeologists concluded that Vikings had already visited the Americas long before the Italian explorer. Determining the tree species that many of the samples originated from, a team from University of Iceland were able to reveal that some had been imported from the Americas and even Europe. Hemlock and jack pine in particular were not grown in Northern Europe during the second millennium, meaning that wood from those trees must have been transported from the Americas and introduced to Europe. It supports some previous theories and stories passed down through Viking ancestry that state that Vikings once exported timber from a land known as Vinland, thought to be along the Gulf of the St. Lawrence, that is around Quebec. Now, jack pine grows naturally around the Mackenzie River, Nova Scotia, New England, while hemlock grows near Quebec, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Ontario, and Nova Scotia. Now, writing for the study published in the science journal Antiquity, the team said these findings highlight the fact that Norse Greenlanders had the means, knowledge, and appropriate vessels to cross the Davis Strait to the east coast of North America that leads up until the 14th century, at least up to the 14th century. And as such, journeys were made from Greenland to North America throughout the entirety of the period of Norse settlement in Greenland, and resources were being acquired by the Norse from North America for far longer than previously thought. Historic records suggest that Vikings living in Greenland between 985 and 1450 relied on materials like iron and wood to be imported. They used things for infrastructure projects, shipbuilding, as well as creating artifacts that local trees could not be used for. And our archaeologists wanted to find out the proportion of foreign wood used by Vikings and where it came from, collecting samples from wood assemblages in 4 medium-sized elite farms and a bishop's manor, sites known to have been occupied in the first half of the second millennium by Vikings. The team examined the cellular structure of the wood using microscopes to identify the tree species they came from. Their analysis reveals that 0.27% of the samples came from imported species, either from North America or Northern Europe. Tree species that fell into the latter include oak, beech, and Scots pine, which may have been old shop timber or parts of artifacts. And the analysis also found that as much as a quarter of the samples were either imported or arrived in Greenland as driftwood as well. And driftwood, including timber from local woodlands, was used as fuel for domestic purposes. These results, the team said, confirmed that Vikings had already established several trading routes across the northwestern Atlantic Ocean by the time Columbus came along. They also corroborate stories passed down through Viking heritage that explorers like Leif Erikson did make during daring journeys outside the known world. And this is on Express UK by Joel Day. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.